No way do I want my child to become a teacher. Before you frown at my statement, let me first explain. As a result of low remuneration packages, teaching is viewed as one of the lowest paying professions across the world. Within the Caribbean, due to the status and respect with which it came during the post-slavery period, teaching appeared to be a desirable profession. However, over time, this prestige that was once affixed has somehow dwindled. This is ironic, since teaching is a profession which gives birth to so many other professions. It is also true that teaching is not exclusive to mere pedagogy, where knowledge is passed on and received. Rather, teachers at all realms of the education sector are required to be more than facilitators of the teaching and learning experience. Instead, they are required to be, officially or unofficially, parents, nurses, doctors, accountants, psychologists and/or psychiatrists, therapists, mentors, ultimate models who impact the highest standard of professionalism required in all of the sectors. What therefore jumps to the fore is that teaching is a demanding profession that should be very well compensated. But is it? Value colleges explicitly state that despite the workloads that teachers are expected to cover, individuals who enter the profession do not enter with the expectation of becoming millionaires. The author also acknowledges that teachers who seem to progress financially are those who aspire to higher positions or administrative offices within education. Research concurs with the idea that those who teach do so for the love of children and/or love of the profession and the fulfillment that comes with impacting lives. Amidst this love, there, however, looms the reality that teachers are not very well paid. Well, 2022 presents data that proves that teachers are paid 23.5% below the wage threshold of their college counterparts, noting that on average, teachers earn 76.5 cents on the dollar compared with what college graduates earn working in other professions. One may argue that if an individual is being fulfilled by his or her choice of profession, then one should not need to focus heavily on wages, but should tailor his or her lifestyle to fit the compensation received. Certainly, fulfillment does not negate the fact that life's prices and demands are not controlled by the individual. After all, personal fulfillment has never paid a bill. In recent months, there has been a major exodus of teachers in the United States and the Caribbean. Teachers in the United States, because of wages, have left the classroom to seek more lucrative jobs. Chalk 2022, while teachers from the Caribbean have gravitated towards the United States because for them the returns are greater than the earnings in the Caribbean and the rising inflation. In summer of 2022, for example, there was a shortage of over 36,500 teachers in the United States, ACOSAL 2022. During that period, the Jamaican Observer reported that resignation of 400 Jamaican teachers who migrated to fill vacancies in greener pastures. Saunders 2022. Let's zero in on another Caribbean island in which I live, beautiful St. Martin, with specific focus on teachers employed on the Dutch side of the island. Shockingly, in this current year, the wage package for teachers begins at US dollars 1,600. Not only is this amount one of the lowest wage packages offered to a college or university graduate, but it is also an amount that leaves one in a strenuous financial situation because of the high cost of living on St. Martin. An analysis of the cost of living for a teacher will give a clear view of how menially paid a teacher really is. In 2020, the government of St. Martin froze what was already an inadequate yearly increment until further notice due to the pandemic. Added to a frozen wage was the fact that vacation salaries, which were paid annually, were also cut. When one acknowledges that it costs $900 to rent a 2-bedroom apartment from a sum of $1,600, the remaining $700 has to cover groceries, which is at least $300, car payments, utilities, internet, gas, insurance, student loans. Do I need to go on? No, just imagine a single mother, after putting herself through college, has to feed her family from $1,600 with a frozen salary, a frozen increment, and frozen vacation salary. Therefore, how can a teacher be truly fulfilled when the profession which he or she has committed a life of service to pays a salary which gives one living beneath hand to mouth? Think on these things.